Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. Now guys, the next level was what they promised you, and it looks as though the next level is what you're going to get. But in fairness to them, they did not tell you the direction that the next level is going to follow. So with that guys, I bring you this. Extreme poverty may hit Nigerians soon. And this is the World Bank saying this. So that's the headline. Extreme poverty may hit Nigerians soon, World Bank warns. So that's the headline. Now let's see exactly what's being said here. The World Bank, in its 2019 Nigeria Economic Update report, which was released on Monday, December the 2nd, warned that Nigeria might be the home of 25% of the world's destitute people if the government fails to revive economic growth and create jobs. The International Finance Institution urged the Buhari-led administration to increase domestic revenue, remove trade restrictions, and improve the predictability of economic policies following a projection of the number of Nigerians living in extreme poverty increasing by more than 30 million by 2030. The World Bank also stated that the Nigeria's economic growth projected to pick up from 1.9% in 2018 to 2% in 2019 is vulnerable to external and domestic risks, including geopolitical and trade tensions that may affect inflows of private investment. It also warned that the country might slide back into recession if crude oil prices fall by 25% to $50 a barrel. The report reads, economic and demographic projections highlight the urgent need for reform, with population growth estimated at 2.6%, outpacing economic growth in a context of weak job creation. Per capita income is falling. Today, an estimated 100 million Nigerians live on less than $1.9 per day. Close to 80% of poor households are in northern Nigeria, whilst employment creation and income gains have been concentrated on central and southern Nigeria. Nigeria's economy is expected to grow by 2.1% in 2020 and 2021, compared to an annual population growth rate of 2.6%. Nigeria's economy is recovering gradually from the 2016 recession, with growth projected to pick up from 1.9% in 2018 to 2% in 2019. But the projected growth outlook is vulnerable to external and domestic risks, including geopolitical and trade tensions that may affect inflows of private investment. Nigeria has the opportunity to advance reforms to mitigate these risks amidst growing public demand for greater economic opportunities. President Muhammadu Buhari should increase domestic revenue, remove trade restrictions, and improve the predictability of economic policy. Nigerian government should remove expensive fuel subsidies and reduce lending to targeted sectors that crowd out banks. Failure to take action would see more Nigerians falling into extreme poverty. The cost of inaction is significant. Under a business-as-usual scenario, where Nigeria maintains the current pace of growth and employment levels, by 2030, the number of Nigerians living in extreme poverty could increase by more than 30 million, the bank warned. So now, of course, the next level was what Malam Buhari and his merry men promised you, but they did not tell you the direction that that next level would follow. So it could be a next level of progression, highly unlikely, but it's a plausible if improbable, but the more possible scenario is one that is now being fleshed out to us by the World Bank now, because you'll recall that they predicted that Nigeria was fast turning into the poverty capital of the world, and you had elements like Garba Shehu, Femi Adesina, etc. going around all the media houses accusing the World Bank of being racist and being anti-African and trying to undermine their regime, etc. But alas, Nigeria became the poverty capital of the world. world. So now extreme poverty now is now what they are saying that is the prediction now for the Nigerian state in the immediate future, not in the distant future, but in the immediate future, because we are talking about just about a 10-year loop. So in the immediate future, their prediction is now that Nigeria is fast becoming now the headquarters of destitute people. 25%, they are saying, of the destitute people in the world are likely to be within the Nigerian space, especially in the northern regions. So now, of course, you say it's in the northern region and that doesn't really concern you, but it really does, because of course they will claim that they're all Nigerians, and if they feel that life is now unbearable in the regions where they live, they will of course cascade en masse. There'll be a mass movement to the southern regions where they see wealth as being situated, and of course then they'll come with their ways. We've already seen that way that they are coming with what happened to Pa Fashionotti's daughter. You'll recall that happened not that long ago. So this is the things that is going to wave through in a cascade from the north when of course their life becomes unbearable. And by the way, if you think that they are Nigerians and you subsume them within yourselves because they are your fellow citizens, then you are mistaken, because of course the borders in the north are non-existent, and these people really, so long as they are Fulani, really they have free travel all the way through Nigeria, all the way to Lagos. And you saw there was actually a story that broke a few months ago when about 2 or 3 trailer loads of all these northerners just suddenly landed in Lagos. So the trailer was loaded with people and motorcycles, and immediately, of course, the Lagos task force surrounded them and arrested them. And of course, you know, Yoruba people and their ways, immediately all the Yoruba lawyers, I'm not even sure if it was Femi Falana, saying no, you cannot detain these people that are unaccounted for. You don't know their origin, you don't know their intention. 3 trailer loads of northerners suddenly landing on the shores of Lagos, and you are saying you are human rights, you want them to be released to go about what it is that they're intending to do. Where is their place of residence? Who is the person that invited them? Where are they going to be situated? What is their means of employment? All these questions that the authorities need to identify to take a profile of these people who do not even look Nigerian, by the way, but they'll tell you that they're from Gombe. And of course, there is no ID card to show that you are from Gombe or not. So that is just all they need to say, and they be about their merry way. So you now see this cascading of all these people from the northern regions into the southern regions, and of course we all know what that portends for the southern regions, because they'll just line the motorways with their AK-47s, and woe betide you if you drive past on the wrong day or on the wrong time of the day. So this is really all of the forebodings that is being fleshed out by the World Bank, and they're asking, of course, the Nigerian state to take action. But rather than take action and create an environment for ease of business, they stifle the ports, they will ruin the Apapa road so that the goods cannot travel freely. Then they'll go and close the border in Seme and whatnot, so that there cannot be business transactions between Nigerians and neighboring countries, and then they stifle the whole country in a vice grip. And then of course they have all these stifling things as well, because I just read a report now that they are now going to be asking you to present your tax return to have a bank account. So you have to have some sort of like taxation ID identification number to be able to have a bank account in Nigeria. So they are stifling all of the ease of business things that is required for the free flow of business. Because really, for business to flow freely, there should be as minimum government interference as possible to enable that environment to just start function. There should be regulations, yes, to guide and to protect and to serve the interest of the country, but certainly not all these stifling regulations that we see in Nigeria, because of course Malam Buhari is a control freak, and he wants to even control you as you swallow your okele. Maybe your portions are too much, the way you are cutting your eba. He wants to be able to control you in the way you are cutting your eba in your your own house. This is really the sort of element that we're contending with. And because, of course, Malam Buhari is not an especially bright man, he's very suspicious of new and dynamic ideas. His own idea is go and farm, and then I build railway, and then everything is a rankadede. You know, it's just a rankadede mindset. This is a man that doesn't even have any concept of new technology or new age anything. So now, this is now what the World Bank is speaking to, that you are stifling the environment and you are creating extreme poverty to the point of destitution within the Nigerian state. Conversations in the comment section are next level. So we're now seeing what that next level is going to look like. And we did have forewarning before we became the poverty capital of the world. So we're being forewarned now that we're now going to become the destitute capital of the world. Come share thoughts with me about all this in the comment section. But before you come share thoughts, click on the red subscribe button so it turns gray. Bell button notifies you every time I drop a new video. Then come tell me what you are making of all this goings on, the continuous regression of that country called Nigeria, in the comment section. So I'll leave you here, carry on with you in the comment section. But here I say peace.